Good afternoon.
Oh, Dan, we're live.
We're live.
Yeah,
I think we've got there.
Doing a bit of podcasting, my old pal.
Yeah. Hopefully the phone doesn't pop.
Yeah, it's wedged up on John McGreenhouse store at the minute, so it's a bit precarious. Yeah, put your mic on, Dan, and we can hear you.
Get me mic on.
Are we green, Dan?
I think we're green to go.
Yeah, so I thought just have a quick 20-minute podcast. You seem to enjoy these little live ones. So,
yeah.
We're going to have a chat about tomatoes, Dan?
Yeah, we can
start with.
Yeah.
So the pitfalls of growing tomatoes. Sowing times then, Dan.
Yeah.
Now, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we start a bit early sometimes, don't we? Like January, we'll set going and just mainly try and be in front so we can show tips.
Yeah, but if you're get them going now, if you want to try and get a bit of an earlier crop, obviously you need some heat underneath your seed trays to germinate them, and with it still being March time of year, they'll need some sort of protection once they're through. But I've grown it before. I'm growing for this sort of expanse.
Yeah.
I found they quite happily sit on a sunny windowsill.
Yeah.
And in years gone by, I've germinated them on top of the fridge, with a bit of heat off the fridge freezer. Just for a seed tray up there, and they've come through all right. So you don't need anything really expensive, but if you've got a propagator, a special one with a thermometer on, and that's ideal to get them going.
We've got a few here as well. These are
amazing.
Yeah, for the grow challenge that we're doing.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as challenge.
It's comparing to.
Yeah, we're just comparing compost.
Yeah.
Which they were potted up last week, and they're doing pretty well at them, aren't they?
Just say because it's basically just snowed more or less all week up here, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been cold.
Yeah,
-4s and.
Yeah, in fact, I think Friday night they were saying it could get down to -10, weren't they?
Yeah.
I don't think it did. So, they've done all right. Obviously, I've got some gas heating on in here, but they have... Because these are all marked with tape to what height they were at, because obviously we're comparing...
Because one up there.
This was last week when it were potted. That tip of that plant were at the bottom of that tape.
So you can see how much growth it's put on it. It's doing really well, and that's
that one's in Koya. In Koya, which is nutrient-free, really, apart from what you had.
Yeah.
So still, you can really get them on. But obviously you want them to be getting the thickness of the stem as well as the height, which makes them better for holding the tomatoes on. Yeah, so tomatoes we grow then, Dan. All sorts really, isn't there? I mean, I grow these a salad tomato. They're a good show tomato, Maisie. That's why we grow that. But I grow cherry tomatoes like Gardener's Delight. Grow that outside. You do more than me with tomatoes, don't you?
I use Shirley's, and they're at F1, and then is it Archon? Yeah, Archon. Like I say, the Archon did really well outside last year as well, so...
Yeah.
But I think we are heading more that way now, aren't we? Where we can actually get a decent crop of tomatoes outside.
Going back last couple of summers, I'm very much under the belief that most what we used to call like a greenhouse variety of tomato, like Shirley, you will grow outside and they will ripen for you. Which growing a tomato outside's never really been a problem. It's getting them to ripen towards back end.
Yeah.
But we're getting a stronger sun now, if that makes sense. And I will do it this year. I will grow some outside, some greenhouse varieties.
Yeah.
And the other interesting thing with that, when mentioning that, growing them outside, the difference in taste.
Yeah.
I think that more natural grown outside are a lot tastier tomato than them grown in a greenhouse, to be honest with you.
I don't really... Myself, I don't really eat tomatoes. I grow a lot of them, but they're a bit too rich for myself.
Yeah, we don't eat loads, to be fair, but a lot of people, like we're just saying to one of the other lads who's just been on, You know, some people, and he were one of them. You know, you can just buy a greenhouse to grow tomatoes. A lot of people do.
A lot of people do that. They're an easy crop to grow at home. And
they're quite easy. They've got the pitfalls. You know, I mean, they're a thirsty plant. That's the first thing with them. But they're a fruit, and fruit are thirsty. So they need a lot of water once they get going. And, of course, you wanted them to grow in quite a decent hot temperature to make the fruit ripen. So with that, so you've got to keep them warm. And really, you know, you can be giving them a gallon of water a day in a really warm greenhouse. So it is a bit of a drain on the old water.
That was where it comes in again, though, doesn't it? Where we add organic matter and to the beds just for that moisture retaining.
And the other thing to think about, if you've got a greenhouse, if you can plant in soil in a greenhouse, that cuts down a lot on the watering as well. Yeah,
rather than just
it'll
compost.
It'll always be less watering than putting them in a grow bag or putting them in a pot or a bucket or even ring culture. Which ring culture is where you grow them in a pot, you cut the bottom out and you sit it in the ground, or you sit it in another pot.
Yeah.
And then you grow them in that, and then you water around the bottom sooner than over the top of the plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the most varieties we grow, I grow as like a cordon tomato, so that's keeping them to one stem.
Yeah.
And then when you get to the height that you want, your preferred height, or usually a lot of people have a set amount of truss they want. That's the flowers, what obviously sets the tomatoes. They'll pinch the top out and keep them at that. So that's basically a cordon. Then you get your varieties like Gardener's Delight, what you can grow as a bush tomato, where you're not really doing any pruning, or you're just doing a bit of pruning just to keep them under control a bit, because they'll soon go a bit wild on you as well. The other tomatoes, I think, what we're growing, or we haven't set off yet, I'll be doing it soon, next weekend maybe, is the ones what we use for Giant Veg.
Yeah, I forgot about them, to be fair. So we're going to give them a crack to see if we can get a decent weight.
Yeah. What sort of pound are they growing them to, Dan? Is it like... is it in excess of £8 a tomato?
Yeah, I believe it is. We'll have to check up on that.
But we'll put that out on TikTok, because what you have with them is you're looking for a multi-bloom. So it's like a flower that fuses.
Yeah.
And the more flowers that fuse together, the bigger the tomato you get, don't you? And you grow them in a totally different way to what you would do for growing for table, really, because a lot will stop them at the first truss, at the first flowers.
Yeah. So they're not burning the energy off into the plant.
That's it. So you're balancing. Pretty much same with a lot of giant stuff we do. Like you'll see with Maras, because I'm doing Maras this year, you balance the fruit to the vegetative growth all the time. You don't want it to be top heavy. So
just got a question. Are there any toms I can grow without a greenhouse?
Yeah. There's loads of tomatoes you need that a protection to set them off from seed. Or your alternative is to buy plants from a garden centre a bit further down the line, May time.
Yeah.
As long as you give them protection till frosts have gone, which is like first week in June we usually say around here.
Yeah.
Then you can grow them outside. Outdoor Gale's a good one for outside.
Yeah. Flamingo, is it Flamingo?
Flamingo, I think it is, yeah. Arbinger.
Yeah.
If you can get hold of that, that's a really good outdoor tomato, an old variety Arbinger. Yeah, there's no problem whatsoever with growing tomatoes outside.
I think one of the things to watch out for when growing outside is obviously tomato blight, isn't it?
Tomato blight, yeah.
Which obviously a lot of strains now are blight resistant, and there's a lot out there.
Yeah, there's a few problems you can have with them. I mean, blossom end rot on tomatoes. That's we've got a tomato set, and then it like goes green at the bottom, and then it rots.
Yeah,
and Shirley is blossom end rot resistant.
So, you can start them on a kitchen window. That'll be fine. Unfortunately, these giant onions are not available to buy. Obviously, the seed night would be too late to start from seed. So that'd be one you probably want to be starting.
What we could do, Dan, I don't know if you can on TikTok, or on this podcast, Robert, if you can give them a link to where we get the seed from.
So I'll see if I can do that on the bio tree. Or I could just write I'll create a picture or something and then just post a picture up on TikTok.
And you'd be wanting to get your seed for these onions. You'd be wanting to sow them in October.
Yeah.
You know, end of October, no later, really, to get like this.
Yeah. Lee, we are South Yorkshire, in Rotherham.
In Rotherham. You said Sheffield over a week.
Yeah, it's usually Sheffield. I say you always set City, don't you?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So, yeah.
But yeah, we'll get you links to the sites that we use where we get our stuff from.
For his onion seed.
Yeah. So.
But be prepared to pay a bit more for the seed than what you would do for
onion seed. It's not cheap, and obviously
this year it's been something like £5 for 20 seed, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That's been about average price. So it's not ridiculous, is it?
No, and they are pretty good germination as well, aren't they? It's usually 99.9%.
Yeah, to germinate they've gone off topic a bit, but it doesn't matter. To germinate the large onion seed, you don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to be chitting them or anything like that. Just a decent seed compost. Waterfront bottom, that's the biggest bugbears that you can damp them off.
Did you win an award for them? For the onions, you did at Rotherham.
Rotherham, yeah, we got one at Rotherham. Yeah.
Like I say, this is really the first year that Martin's actually gone serious about doing the onions
and stuff.
Last year we just got them. We didn't really give them any. I wouldn't say special care of anything, would it?
No, they had a bit of heat through winter, but that were it. But I've gone more in depth in it this year. Yeah. Definitely looking at. Was that question, Dan?
Rosler Gardner.
Right? Yeah, I don't know if you're UK, but I'm looking at Harrogate for these this year, because Harrogate's really have the National Onion Championship in September.
Yeah.
So, but these are actually the second grade. The big ones are at home, which they were coming down here this weekend. They're in big 50-litre pots. But like I said, we've had snow, and I didn't want to do it to them. So they'll be coming down next weekend, weather permitting.
Yeah, Rosalie. That's that. Where are you, near Donny? Yeah. We're in Rotherham.
South Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
Yeah, Rotherham, yeah.
So, someone asked the question. I don't think it was a question. What did they say? Sorry, I don't touch the phone because the phone might drop. Set red onion seeds off already, and usually get your sets in summer. So yeah.
Sets can go in now.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can get your sets going now. I haven't got one in here, but with my sets, I like to start them in a tray.
Yeah, modules.
In a tray or in a module. And then, if you've got any misses, what do I mean by that is if any onions don't shoot, you haven't got gaps in your rows when you plant them out then.
Yeah, not just that as well. Usually the sets, as soon as they start green tipping, you usually get the birds trying to pull them out. Yeah,
birds pull them out, and you've got more anchorage with your onions, you've more root on when you plant them out, so it does help against that one. Yeah.
What else can you grow this year with no greenhouse? So you can grow pretty much anything without a greenhouse.
Potatoes,
in a bucket.
Yeah.
Peppers, you can start peppers off on your windowsill, and then they can go outside in pots.
Pretty much, you can grow everything veg-wise, apart from perhaps cucumbers.
Yeah.
Although you can grow an outdoor cucumber, a ridge cucumber. The main difference is you've got to be more patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can grow cabbage and cauliflowers, broccoli, sprouts. You can sow them all direct outside. But you've got to wait for them frosts to have finished.
Yeah. You just get later on.
That's it. All you're doing is you're just getting plants to a more established size in a greenhouse, ready for planting out. So if you're growing outside, there's no reason you can't do any of this, but you're going to be a bit slower than people who have got a greenhouse. That's only really the big difference.
That's it.
And plus, like your cabbages and things, you're going to have to be netting more or less straight away. Yeah. For bird damage and things.
No, not too late to start this year. Like you say, you've got plenty of time. Like we just obviously we set a lot of stuff off earlier, especially with like showing on YouTube and stuff like that. And that's mainly one of the main reasons is because we want to have like that 2-week period where we're in front. So when it comes to the right time, that information's there for anybody who wants to.
Yeah, it's to give that guidance, isn't it? That
you can grow them all in pots. Yeah. It's don't need a lot. Or them plastic greenhouses any good? They're fine. Obviously, they just need to be bolted down. The wind can.
It'd be no good on here. So this is really windy. This is really exposed. Yeah. But if you sort of on a back garden and it's got some protection around it, it's a built-up area, then yeah, they should be okay, yeah.
I wouldn't let last year be a downer for you with your peppers. Just keep going at it, to be fair. They are one of them things, sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't. But
that's it, you find every year with gardening, with veg and flowers, but concentrate on veg. Every summer, every season won't suit every plant.
Yeah.
But what we find we're having quite well, I've got 3 allotments, is if you have a bad crop of something, you'll have a good crop of something.
Yeah.
You know, it's horses for courses. So the more variety you can grow,
yeah,
the more success you'll have.
Yeah.
Because you're covering more things.
Yeah, I mean, like, with the taters going on return,
excuse me.
Last year I grew the Kestrel.
Yeah.
And I had an excellent return. And that was the first time for me using Kestrel. But then the Southall Mira, what I grow every year, I had an absolutely shocking return off it. And it was...
That's just weather conditions the last summer.
And it was just really, really
And you
hot.
will find as well that your potatoes, your varieties, you'll find ones that seem to have more of a preference for your soil than others do. And even on allotment, you can find that the fella next door could grow rockets, say, which is an early variety.
Yeah.
And you might struggle.
Yeah.
It could just be that variation in your soil from one to other.
That's it.
But flip side, you might grow another variety where he struggles with.
Yeah.
So it is a bit of finding which variety suits your plot as well.
Yeah.
Because we aren't going into the, too much science, but we've all got slightly different topography and pH and things.
Yeah.
I'm loving all these questions, guys, as well.
Yeah, it's great. We can't keep up with them.
Keep them flooding in. It makes it worthwhile us doing it if you're interacting with us as well. So I speak to Dan enough.
What's the best thing to grow sunflowers? I think that's to grow sunflowers.
The best way to grow sunflowers?
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what it is.
Right. Get them, what we in now, March? I'd give them till April, mid-April. Sow them in pots, ourselves.
Yeah.
Germinate them, bottom heat again like tomatoes. Grow them on in pots. One of the things to keep an eye on and all is not to let roots check with sunflowers.
Yeah.
So you might have 3 stages of potting them up before we get to June. But there'll be better plants for doing it. So it could end up in something like a 2-litre pot.
Yeah.
For that come June, yeah.
Yeah. Aren't they a bit more taproot on a sunflower?
Yeah.
Which is why obviously you don't want to get them checked or anything.
No, that's what I say. You've got to keep potting them, keep watering them, keep them green. They're like a foliar spray. Then when you get to planting out stage, depending what you're going for, if you're going for a really tall sunflower, or these giant ones with a big sunflower head on, obviously try and keep it out of wind, and you're going to have to stake it and give it some support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what I found, I don't know whether it was just a coincidence, but one of the best sunflowers that I grew in front of the shed. So it were like partially shaded.
Yeah.
And that seemed to help it a lot, but I don't know if it was...
It's probably giving it some protection from wind as well there. Yeah. But they do like, whoops, nearly went. Just fell off me perch. But they do like full sun as well.
Best plant for a damp house. Any ideas?
What was that plant we were on for taking... spider plants are good oxygenators, aren't they?
Yeah.
Peace lilies. They'll not like damp as well, because peace lilies, a lot of time are grown in bathrooms and stuff, so obviously they're very humid. So yeah, have a look at the peace lilies. They should do well in that. If you've got a damp house, you might have got a few slightly more worrying problems than what fun to grow.
Yeah, might want some damp proof.
You might want dehumidifiers or something like that, really. But yeah, joking aside, peace lilies, spider plants, they'll do well in that. Even orchids to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we got any more? Oh, thank you for the gold award. Chuff 60.
That means nothing to me, Dan.
Somebody sent us a gift, sort of thing. So.
All right.
We're still new to this TikTok live.
Well, I am.
Yeah, look at viewers going up. They've done really well. I'm 93 at the minute. That's amazing. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
I'm still new to mobile phones, really, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm a spade man, through and through.
He's still on old fucking dial-up.
Yeah, phone.
Yeah. When should I plant tomatoes? You can get them in now.
Plant or sow?
Are you two partners now?
No, not like that. No. I'm married. Are you married, Dan?
No, I'm not married. She keeps pestering me. But,
no. Tell I'm married. I've got no hair.
Is that what happened? I'm definitely not getting married.
I had dreadlocks when I got married.
Is it too late to move shrubs?
No. Well, no. That's such a varied question, though, because there's that many different shrubs, really. You need really to know which shrubs you're talking about. But your deciduous shrubs, you haven't got long to be moving them. You want to be doing it while they're dormant and while roots are dormant. So they'll be starting to come out of the dormancy soon.
Yeah.
The evergreen shrubs, depending on when they flower, you're always best to move them after the flowered, really. A bigger root mass as you can. So dig a bigger root ball up as you can possibly manage. Loads and loads of water until they get the feet back in ground, until they get established. The bigger a shrub is, the harder it is to move. The harder it will be for it to re-establish.
I'll tell you who would be a good one to watch. What's his name now on YouTube? The Irish lad.
Oh, I can't think of his name.
Something,
yeah, John something,
He's brilliant.
John Lord.
John Lord, yeah, he's brilliant.
Yeah, he's really good with shrubs and stuff, yeah.
Definitely.
Which, I work on shrub nurseries and stuff, which just don't grow so many on allotment.
How to eliminate mini yellow bugs. And then eat kills plants.
Mini yellow bugs? Trying to think what mini yellow bugs could be. Unless it's aphids and things, but it's like pesticides, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Pesticides, if you can find out what yellow bug it actually is, there will be a nematode for it.
Like a mini caterpillar, but absolutely tiny.
It's not vine weevil grub, is it?
Not sure.
It sounds a bit small for that. Oh, it'd be finger maggot. Yeah. Right, yeah, with that, I can't think of its name off the top of my head, but it's like a gnat, you've got too much humidity. You need to dry your compost out a bit. Try and avoid using soil-based compost as well, because they're prone for it. Again, pot into some fresh compost. Get shut of that compost what's got infected if you can.
Yeah.
And check your roots. And if needs be, you'll have to look for an insecticide if you constantly having it as a problem. Yeah. I don't think, if it's the one I'm thinking of, which I can't pin the name on it, but it's something maggot, I don't think it does a lot of damage. I don't think it chews on roots or anything like that.
Yeah.
But obviously you don't want it on your plants. So, yeah.
Best way to keep slugs away? Well, that's an ongoing one for everyone.
Yeah. There's absolutely loads. If you don't want to go down the slug pellet route, which you can get an organic slug pellet actually now, but I don't use slug pellets. I haven't used them for a number of years now. Lots of things. A good one is bark. Anything that's sharp, the mollusks, the slugs don't like, because they cut into them. So you can put plenty of... we've just got a couple of visitors at fence here.
There's always visitors.
Just watch your phone in case they open the door.
Yeah, I think he knows we're busy.
Yeah. So, bark chippings is a good one, because they're sharp. Crushed eggshells.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're in pots, if you can put some oil around the pot, that stops the slugs, because they can't crawl through it, they fall off.
Yeah, does the copper tape work?
It works.
Works?
Yeah.
Never tried it myself.
Tape works, yeah.
I think one of the things is generally to keep the area tidy where you are as well. So all dead leaves and stuff, just get them up, keep them out of where.
Yeah, and don't be using things what's going to damage and harm things like frogs and toads and birds what will actually eat the slugs. So encourage the beneficials into your garden as well.
Can I overseed my lawn now, or is it a bit too early?
Depends where you are, really. That round here, I'd say it was still a bit round South Yorkshire area. With weather we're getting, I'd say it was still a bit too early. I would be looking. I've got a bit of overseeding to do myself, and I'll be looking at early April for that. But there's no hard and fast rule. Just keep. Some have already overseeded because I've seen it on YouTube and stuff. Keep your eye on your local weather. Yeah, and a good thing if you can, if it's not a vast area you're doing, put some fleece over once you've done your overseeding, and that will keep birds off and it'll help raise the temperature and your grass will germinate that bit faster.
What would you do with woodlice? I put them in a frying pan with a bit of garlic. Jokes aside.
Woodlice, they're not a problem really. Everybody, like, I know I don't want them again. It's probably too damp if you're attracting woodlice. I wouldn't kill them. Because they're not an harmful.
No, not really.
Not harmful, no. Crustacean, but no. If you don't want them, move them. If you want to kill them, that's up to you. I wouldn't. But yeah, they do eat a few nasties as well, woodlice, where a lot of people don't realise.
Yeah, I think one of the troubles I've had down here, I don't know if you get the same on yours, is ants.
Ants, yeah. Ants
absolutely
can be,
full of them.
Yeah. But one of the best ways to stop ants is cultivation.
Yeah.
They don't like cultivated soil. So if you don't, if you leave your beds and you don't bother with them, you will get ants.
Yeah,
but if you keep cultivating,
they'll soon disappear.
But then again, ants can be beneficial with aphid.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they treat them like we treat cows. They have an herd of them, don't they? They milk them. Yeah.
Can't stand ants, no, neither me. Can you tell me what fruit I should plant in which month? So
that's a good one, isn't it?
That's the fruit book of knowledge.
Right. If you're buying it bare root, what do I mean by that? If you're buying fruit that comes in a bag or it's not in a pot, you need to be planting it now.
Yeah.
It goes back to what I was saying with the shrubs. You need to be getting it in while it's dormant. Yeah. If you're buying fruit that's container grown, i.e. in a pot, and it's growing, you can plant that any time as long as it's frost free.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's entirely up to you. You see, your things like your soft fruits like your raspberries, gooseberries, go on, hit me some more soft fruits, Dan. Loganberries, tearberries, all that sort of stuff. Now's the time to be planting that. You haven't got long left to be getting that in. Yeah. And a good drink when you do plant it.
What's overseeding lawn mean? Basically, it's just going back over your lawn. And
if you've got any patches in your lawn, if you've got a dog and that's caused some patches or anything like that, it's a bit thin, then you're just overseeding it again to fill them areas in, just to make your lawn more presentable. Good tip with that is as well, if you know what seed you've used originally, to use that seed, because you can get slight variations in your colour. Yeah. One seed can stand out against another because it's a different mix of grasses. Yeah. Makes sense. So if say you've used Johnson's Deluxe, use Johnson's Deluxe to overseed.
Is that not paint?
No. Well, probably that's Dulux, isn't it? Is it comedy hour, Dan? We're having a bit of that.
It must be a bit of comedy hour, yeah.
Anton Deck here.
Yeah. Your garden's like a mud bath. I'd probably just start again if it's like a mud bath.
Get time to dry out.
Yeah.
That's all, yeah. Patience. The first thing you need to learn in gardening is patience. Your soil will tell you when it's ready.
Yeah.
And the other thing, as much as you can as well, if you're working on soil, is to work on boards to spread your weight.
Yeah,
so
you're not.
Yeah, you don't want to compact your soil. Your soil wants to be like a sponge. But a good free draining sponge.
My mum has an olive tree. Is there any care she should be doing? She's only just moved it. She's only just moved in, sorry.
No, should be fine. They're pretty hardy, really.
Yeah, they're exotic now, aren't we?
Yeah, olives, yeah. Moving to Italy. No, there's no real specific care. Again, it's just that watering and feeding, especially if it's in a pot. Don't let them... don't let them dry out in a container. That's the main thing. So yeah, if you're in a really cold climate, then you will need to fleece it during winter.
Yeah.
That's just to protect it. And if you want to, you can fleece it in climate we've got. You know, if you fleece top at pot just to get roots some protection, and fleece right bottom at pot. It's more about protecting roots than it is the actual growth in the winter with olives.
It's in the ground. It's really big.
It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine.
I don't think there'll be much water there.
Did he say he moved it?
No, they've just moved in, so I'm guessing.
Oh, right. The olives. Yeah. Just saying, if you have moved it, it won't water in it.
Can banana plants grow up in South Yorkshire?
Yeah.
Well, they can grow up in South Yorkshire, yeah. You might struggle getting bananas off it if it's not indoors. And I mean, the Sheffield Peace Gardens, isn't it? They've actually got some banana trees in there, in their greenhouse, and they have got bananas on.
There's one outside at shed outside, isn't there?
Yeah.
We usually grow a 2 or 3 bananas every year around here.
I have blackcurrant trees. Can I keep them in the polytunnel? How big will it get? The blackcurrants, they get really big. I wouldn't, not in a polytunnel.
No, no need to go in a polytunnel. They're plenty hardy. Blackcurrants, they want to be outside really and training.
What does fleecing mean? So basically fleecing, it's just like, it's a sheet of fleece. It's like, how would you describe it? Apart from fleecy.
It's like a very thin blanket.
Yeah.
That lets air and moisture through.
Yeah. And it just gives it that bit of protection.
It should fleece will lift your temperature by 6 degrees on average. So it's worth doing,
Yes. Decent to know.
Yeah. And the funny thing with fleece is everybody thinks because it's really light, it'll blow away. But if you get a frost, you don't get a wind.
That's weird.
So, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You can get it in different gauges as well, fleece.
Yeah, so if you were to fleece up outside, say, obviously you've just put some brassicas in or something like that, would you just put the fleece straight over it, or would you lift it up off the plant?
If it were for grass seed, because that's what question we're asked, weren't it, about overseeding?
Yeah.
Basically, I'd just put fleece straight over it and just peg my fleece. Just weight it down. You know, pegging it's probably the wrong word because it is that brittle, it'll rip on it if you get a wind. So if you could weight it down instead, and then just water. Don't take your fleece off to water because it's permeable. Just water straight up at top of the fleece and it will go in. Yeah, and it's quite cheap as well, bit meter fleece. It's like between £1 to £2.50.
Yes, very cheap.
And going back on that one as well, on keeping on fleece, you can now buy them fleece nets. So if you're growing things like a banana, what needs protecting in winter, they sort of just come and they're being stitched or they're on a drawstring. You just slot it straight up at top of the plant, pull it tight at bottom, the job's done for looking after it through winter.
That's great. No more running about trying to find string.
Yeah.
It's some good questions there. Thank you.
Any more?
How long have you been growing veg?
Me or you, Dan, or both?
Well, myself, probably 5 years now.
5 years.
And then you?
What am I? I'm 53 next. Just short of 40 years now.
Yeah. Fair bit of time.
Yeah, just short of 40 years.
Yeah.
And flowers.
Yeah.
Well, everything else. It's what I've always done. It's in my blood.
It's in my blood.
But it don't matter really. It's, you still get that buzz. It's still amazing when you put a seed into compost and then all of a sudden a little plant shoots up and it's like, well, here we go. It still seems like a miracle every time,
Well, that's one of the beauties with it as well, isn't it? Because it changes every year.
It's like with it, well, 2 examples, onion and marrows. Onion, you set off with a seed that's not as big as my little finger, my fingernail, nowhere near. And record is £18 odd. My marrows.
So tiny, isn't it?
I set off a marrow seed that's about that big and ended up with £110 marrow. It's still like, wow. It still gives you that. It
comes from that little thing, It's totally unrelated to gardening. But where are you from? Love the accent. We're South Yorkshire, in UK.
Yeah, Rotherham.
Rotherham, yeah.
From Rotherham. No, we have
Yorkshire lads.
Yeah. We've moved about a bit in this time, but you were born at Whitby, weren't you, Dan?
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in Lincolnshire as well.
If I wanted to start growing vegetables on a balcony in Sheffield, what should I start with?
One of the easiest ones to do would be the old mixed salad leaves, wouldn't it? You only need a window box.
Yeah, you can do them in a window box.
Throw them in a window box, plenty of water, cut and come again salad, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Tomatoes. You can grow tomatoes easy enough on a balcony.
Lee Hudson, I had a £485 pumpkin last year. Wow, that's some weight.
Well done, mate. Well done.
That is some weight.
Yeah.
I think my biggest, what was it? 10 and a half stone or something, I think
like
it were, yeah.
I've never really gone into big pumpkins. Best I had were 255.
Why are you hanging out in greenhouse? Because it's cold outside.
And plus, you'll not pick us up with wind.
No, it's really windy again.
Yeah. Oh, we're not fair weather gardeners, don't worry. We'll be out all year round.
Every day we're down. When do we start growing carrots? For me, it's usually start of April. I look to start getting the bed ready in May.
Yeah.
So, are we in May?
Are we in May? We're in March.
Oh, we're in March. So, yeah. So April.
April usually start with yours,
April, so I'll be, next couple of weeks actually, I'll be getting bed ready. And
I've already got some in. They're growing, some long carrots and some stump. You can grow, if you get a short stump variety like Early Nance, you can grow them quite easily in a window box. I did it last year. Then.
Yeah, Lee, we'll try a couple if that's all right. If you want to drop us a DM and we'll sort that out.
Some pumpkin seed.
Yeah. I'll send you a bit of onion seed as well if you want in return.
Yeah, we'll sort it out with a bit of big veg seed if you want. So don't worry, I've got it at a minute. I'll have a look. Yeah, nice one.
Carrots, what seed for quality tasting? They're all to their own, to be fair. I mean, Sweet Candle, really good, nice. There's Autumn King.
Autumn King's all right, yeah. I've never found any great variation with tasty carrots, really. It's just sweetness, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you can get that. Is it Sugar Snacks, SNAX? That'll be a sweet one.
Yeah.
That's a carrot.
Yeah. Best soil for a lemon tree?
Lemon tree, it wants to be ericaceous soil.
Yeah.
Lemon. Yeah, so acid soil. So ericaceous compost. Keep it nice and draining, add a bit of perlite. Keep it on top with watering, you'll have no problems. Ooh. If you do, blame Dan.
Why not?
Yeah, you want ericaceous citrus, yeah.
Have you tried white strawberries? No.
No, I haven't. No. I've seen them, but I haven't tried them. Yeah. And I don't want any more strawberries.
Can we grow anything organic here in the UK?
Yeah. Of course you can, yeah.
It's obviously you just got to battle with whitefly and everything else that's out there, but
But there's plenty of controls that are organic controls now. You know, even the it's like a soft soap they have. I think it's Savon, is it? Savona? Something like that it's called, and that's for whitefly. Whitefly, if you catch it early enough on the underside of leaves and you get a really good spray bottle and get an high intense water spray, you can spray at it. You can drop a little drop of detergent in water and all, but you have to be careful with that, with how much you put in against whitefly. Every pest going more or less now, there is some sort of organic remedy or control for it. A lot of things like your red spider mite and stuff like that, you can get these biological controls. You can get, for whitefly, if you want to go down that route, there is a predatory wasp called Encorsia famosa. Yeah. You can send off and get that, which that'll work in a greenhouse. It won't work outdoors.
Right, okay.
They will keep, and ladybirds, things like that.
Yeah.
The only thing with a lot of them predators you've got to be careful of is you've always got to have a small amount of the bug.
Yeah.
Because like the predatory wasp for whitefly, when that runs out of food, it becomes cannibalistic.
Yeah.
And then they all eat each other.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. But yeah, there's loads of that now. You can get them for frip and all sorts, yeah.
Go get some to try. The white strawberries, I think I will actually, Ian. We'll be good to show you a lot. And Yeah, well, we'll do them. I'll pick some of them up.
Yeah, so I don't want any more strawberries because I picked a ton and a half last season.
Strawberries and cream every night.
And flans, weren't it? Remember, I made them strawberry flans, and I think there's 70 odd people on these allotments. I think more or less everyone had to pick them out strawberries, didn't they? So yeah. Yeah, Dan will give some a whirl.
Do you have your own garden centre? No, Martin works at a garden centre.
I work at a nursery, Dan.
Nursery, not a garden centre. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. I don't want to upset you.
Yeah, I work at a nursery. Dan, it's more your hobby, isn't it, than your living. Yeah, you never know, that might change one day. Who knows? But yeah, I come from a nursery background, really, yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Is that us for today, or
5 minutes?
We'll have another 5 minutes, and then
totally lost Fredwick tomatoes. Sorry about that. That's what we're going to be on. But no, I'm glad that you took it. If while we're here, out of interest, I don't know if anybody will respond. Would you like us to do this like a fortnightly or monthly thing?
Yeah.
It's up to you guys.
That's something. If it's interested and you like it, it's.
I suppose in gardening, especially with veg and stuff grows and changes in a month a lot, isn't it? Yeah.
Difference between a garden centre and a nursery. Well, there's one big difference: is a garden centre is usually clean and tidy, and a nursery is not.
Yeah, well, you won't get a cup of tea at our place. Put it that way. There's no tea rooms. A nursery is we grow wholesale, and we grow retail and wholesale, and we also produce a lot of our own plants. Yeah. The garden centre doesn't. They're bought in. The stock's bought in, yeah.
So the garden centre is probably coming to you guys.
Yeah, we do supply garden centres with plants, yeah. A lot of garden centres, actually. So, yeah, that's the main difference. We actually grow some stuff. Garden centres don't.
Yeah, and not overpriced ornaments and stuff like that.
And you get a lot more chains of garden centres. Yeah. You know, you get Dobies and things like that, when a nursery's usually pretty much independent, you know. So, yeah. But I'm not knocking garden centres. There's a lot of knowledgeable people in garden centres.
Ooh. I like that too. Fortnightly, we can do them fortnightly.
Yeah.
That'd fit in, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Don't bank your hopes it being every fortnight, because you never know what's happening with Dan, because Dan has to do some weekends. He's on call for work and things, but we'll try and do them as fortnightly as we can, if that makes sense, which will be a first for me.
Yeah. Well, remembering to do them out of the one of things.
Yeah. Well, start write stuff down, really, Dan, didn't we?
Yeah. Never do that.
My next job today is to water these, Dan.
Yeah.
Which they get. To make sure everything grows uniform, that is a 1 litre bottle. Milk bottle.
And they all have 1 litre.
They all have 1 litre. 1 litre a week they have at the moment, yeah. And that suffices. And these are in a mixture. We've got some in Terra Professional, some are just in Koya, these onions, and a couple are in the old guava. The backdropping compost, that's them nearest you, Dan.
Yeah, it's not had no COVID off it yet. Which is
no. And these look like they're getting ready for a foliar spray. But I haven't brought that down with me at the minute, so they will get it on Wednesday probably. Oh, so next time they come then, big onions will be in here.
Yeah, we'll have had a change round in here.
Yeah. Also, if we're doing it fortnightly, as we get further into the season, and it's not a windy day, that's a big issue here, really, with doing broadcasting. We can take you outside, show you around plot, show you what's in other greenhouses. Yeah. Have a mosey down to Dan's plot 1 broadcast and do it from there, show you what Dan's on with. Yeah, but I must admit, as views and everything on YouTube and TikTok, it's been fantastic.
It has,
it's great to know that it's interesting you and you're getting involved.
When we first started TikTok, it was like, ooh.
So that question just popped up.
Have you considered converting your entire house into a greenhouse?
Well, funny you should say that, because my spare bedroom is basically a grow tent now, which went down really well with Mrs. It's a 2 metre by 2 metre by 2 metre high grow tent. It's massive, isn't it? It's a walk-in one. Yeah.
It's really big.
Yeah, but I'm still married.
Only just.
That's the plus side.
What are the best tomato seeds to help with back pain?
With what?
That's a completely different route. And we're not tomato growers like that, unfortunately.
What with what? Back pain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't do that. Don't grow that. Sauce.
Do you grow chilies at all? And if so, any particular ones?
I'm actually
babysitting.
Babysitting.
What do you call it, babysitting?
I don't know.
Chili sitting.
Chili sitting.
I
don't. Do you grow chilies?
Just jalapenos, really.
Yeah.
Sweet bell peppers.
I think it depends with chilies on what strength you want to. You know, if you want the really hot stuff, then you need to be growing them ghost peppers and stuff.
Yeah, the reapers and.
Yeah, Scotch bonnet. Yeah. So it's on your taste, really. There's loads out there. Bit of research, you'll find what's mild and what's really hot. Because they do it on a scale, don't they?
Are you from Totley? No, not from Totley.
No, we're not that far away.
Bit posher up there, isn't it, Totley?
Yeah. It's Dore, isn't it? That area. Yeah.
Trinidad Scorpions. I'm guessing that's a chili.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, because some of the chilies, them really hot ones, they don't even have names, do they? They just have numbers and things. Yeah.
What's that? I grew tomatoes once, but they were green ones. Never bothered since. Green, obviously, they're just not ripened if they were still green.
It's not ripened. There's tricks to ripen them. If you have a summer and ripening's poor, one at best I found is put them in back at car. If you've got a car, put them in that shelf at back at car. And it'll ripen. Or put in banana skin with them. Yeah. That's the old favourite trick, in it? For the e-flint. And it helps to ripen them. Stuff like that. Oh, and if you're only getting green tomato chutney is like mint.
Yeah.
Not the plant mint. I mean, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah. And fried green tomatoes, never wasted.
Yeah, always something to do with them.
Yeah, always something you can do with them.
And remember to save your seeds from your tomatoes as well, so you aren't going to buy any for year after.
Yeah, that only works to a certain extent, though. Because if you're getting disease-resistant ones, you'll lose resistance. Yeah. So the difference there is, when you're growing your tomatoes, they're open pollinators. Yeah. You don't know what the pollinator's been on before that tomato. When you get in F1, whatever pollinates and only pollinates them plants, so they're all true to type. Which is obviously with the tomatoes, the giant tomatoes that we'll be growing, obviously we'll be pollinating them, I would imagine. Yeah. So that'll be an interesting one. Especially if we wanted to keep seed off them. And again, it's being able to grow them in that environment where you can pollinate them and make sure nothing else does. I have a greenhouse and going to plant some potatoes, earlies. I haven't tried this before. Any advice? Into greenhouse? Yeah. Are they going in buckets or into a bed? Yeah. The one that, what we say, doesn't sweat, that means it can cope with heat of a greenhouse. The warmth of a greenhouse is Swift. Yeah. That's one that's always been known for starting off early in a greenhouse. Rocket and things like that early. You can start off in a greenhouse. You're going to have to give more water. That's the thing straight away. Yeah. You still have to keep your eye out for slug damage. They will get into greenhouse. So, but by all means do it. You will get an earlier crop. Into a bed. Make sure... Into what? Sorry, Dan? They're going into a bed. Into a bed in greenhouse. Yeah, they'll be fine, yeah. So any first earlies. Lady Crystal, Swift is the traditional one. I'm not so keen on Swift, though, because I don't think it... I know you don't want big... I don't think you want big new potatoes, but they never seem to get to much size at all for me. So I have set them off in greenhouses before. But yeah, like I said, just also put a bit of potato fertiliser in with them. That'll not hurt. Yeah, but you'll be fine with them, and you will get an earlier crop. Oh. Is that us for today, or? We'll see. Next question, we'll make last question then. Yeah. Let's hope it won't come in at 3:30. So I'll miss my tea and dinner.
these cabbage.
They're not cabbage, mate.
Are they kohlrabi? So these are for the giant kohlrabi, which we'll be covering.
They get massive. And there's the peas, what we did on TikTok the other week.
Yeah, they've come up well.
So I grow my peas. That's how I plant them out. It's straight away in the modules. If you look at the bottom of them, Dan, you can see roots are coming through. Yeah. So they will be going out next month. A couple of weeks.
How long does strawberry seed take to grow? I've put them in a tray.
I think it's up to about 6 weeks. Strawberry seed, yeah. Most strawberries you grow from plants. You buy plants and then you use them.
We'll get that sorted. What can I do with leggy sweet peas?
Nip them out. So these are peas, not sweet peas. Take them back to like your third pair of leaves up.
Yeah.
And take the tips out because they won't stop in sweet peas anyway. They don't want to be allowed to grow on. To stop them going leggy them, which they'll break anyway, then you'll get more than one stem. Plenty of natural daylight. Yeah, and plenty of daylight. So if they're somewhere where they're getting shaded or they're not got natural daylight, they're getting drawn, get them with as more light. And if you want to, those tops you nip out, stick in some compost so you get some more sweet peas.
I mean, they don't test their onion. What is eaten in a competition? I don't really get that one. I mean, they don't. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one.
They are edible. All giant veg is edible. It's exactly the same as what you'd grow for a table. It's just bigger. It's just the genetics in the seed, the breeding. Yep.
You go answer a very important question on my profile, please.
Oh, sorry?
Somebody asking us to answer a question on their profile. We'll have a look after we've done filming. Yep. Try them from seed. Got them from a friend.
Is that the strawberries?
Is that the strawberries?
Yeah, it will be on it,
Aye, Ryan.
Why not? Have a go. You know, I mean, I thought that cannas would be really hard to grow from seed. And I grew a load of them over a year. And they are expensive plants. So, always have a go. We've nothing to lose. But a lot to learn.
Yeah. You don't know if you don't try. That's
it, isn't it? That's top and bottom on it. You only learn from your fails as well.
Let's see the outcome. Maybe I can teach you guys something. Yeah, maybe you could.
Yeah, well, that's what it's all about.
Let's say we'll have a look.
Who's that, Dan?
Minnie, I think. Yeah.
Well, his onion last year were 5 kilos, biggest, weren't it?
Yeah.
But that was last year.
Grew some tomatoes last year and never produced any tomatoes. Bad luck, I guess. That's a weird one.
Yeah.
I think I've got that one.
Go on then. What they doing?
No, I've
right.
Right, yeah. Dear.
There's a bit of that, isn't there? Because, like, we do use a lot of the same stuff when we're growing the giant stuff. You know, like a lot of hydroponics and coir and stuff. Yeah,
well, it's them sort of lads that have helped improve all this sort of stuff.
Yeah, they've advanced it a lot, yeah. Each to their own. So I've always been daft enough without that.
No. So shall we leave it at that for this one?
We're good. Thanks for all your response. It was good, that. Best one we've had.
And we'll see you all at next time.
Yeah, try and remind Dan, 2 weeks today.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See you later.